Hey, it's Tristan from www.primaledgehealth.com. And I was just reading this awesome study. Actually, it's just abstract. If anybody has access to the study, if you could maybe send me a link, I would appreciate that. But yeah, I was just brushing up on seeing what was going on with the ketogenic diet research avenue. I spent a couple years putting out content about the science behind ketosis, the benefits of nutritional ketosis. Um, and I have not focused so much on the science aspect of it for at least several months now. I've not really brushed up on the new research, and there's not that much new stuff out there, unfortunately. There is a plethora of research being conducted now on ketogenic diets for things like cancer, epilepsy, other conditions, as well as some in like the sports performance area, which I'm not as interested in as I am the cognitive benefits, the mental benefits, the emotional benefits that one can experience from interventions and lifestyle changes such as a ketogenic diet. So here's this study right here, and I think this is such a important aspect of it, one that's often overlooked. A lot of people are looking to do keto because they know it'll reduce their inflammation. They know that there could be some anti-aging effects of it. They know that it will help them drop body fat rapidly, efficiently, simply, and easily. But a lot of people don't realize that changing your diet, changing your lifestyle can have massive effects on your cognition, on your experience of your own consciousness here in life. And that's what I'm interested in. That's what I'm all about. That's actually what got me interested in ketogenic diet. When you switch over into ketosis, when you drop the glucose out of your diet, when you start fueling your brain, your heart, your body, using a fuel other than glucose, the only other, well, not the only other, you can use alcohol as fuel as well, and there's other fuel sources, lactic acid can be used, but when you switch over to utilizing ketones as your primary source of fuel, there are adaptations and effects that happen that go far beyond just the basic physical, biological changes that you have to undergo to utilize things like beta hydroxybutyrate as a fuel source. So we all know that the brain loves ketones. Now, some people would even say that the brain would prefer ketones. That's a real loaded term, right? Prefer. When you actually look at the scientific research, what you can say, what you can infer, is that the brain runs very efficiently on ketones, and well, it runs much more efficiently on ketones than it does on glucose, and there are potent neuroprotective effects of a ketogenic diet, of ketone bodies in general. And this study here was on kids with refractory epilepsy. Now, the title of this abstract, of this study, is Cognitive and Behavioral Impact of the Ketogenic Diet in Children and Adolescents with Refractory Epilepsy, a randomized controlled trial. So it's a randomized controlled trial where they take children with refractory epilepsy. They put them on a ketogenic diet, and they compare them to the control group on whatever diet. I don't have the exact, I don't have the full text, but I'm assuming it would be like a standard American diet. They found that not only are there cognitive and behavioral impacts of a ketogenic diet, but these cognitive and behavioral impacts of a ketogenic diet, just in children and adolescents, is profound. All right, so some of the highlights of this study are that patients using a ketogenic diet are reported as more active and more productive. So these poor kids who have refractory epilepsy, which is absolutely horrific for parents, for loved ones, and for the children themselves. I mean, to be going refractory epilepsy, for those of you who don't know, is very difficult to treat drug-resistant epilepsy. There's no drugs that they can give these kids to stop them from having seizures, from their body seizing up, from their brain becoming overloaded with these excitatory neurotransmitters. And these seizures are horrific. They're terrible to watch. They are painful. It's not something that anybody wants to see any child suffer through. So not only do these kids see drastic improvement of not having seizures, but they also saw very marked improvement in their activity levels, their ability to be productive. Now, of course, we could maybe look at this and say, well, they're probably more productive because they're not in a state of anxiety and fear because they're not going to be having these seizures as much. But I know personally, and I don't have epilepsy, but I know personally from working with hundreds of clients, from the effects I've seen on myself, on my family who also eat a high-fat diet. Now, our daughter is not on a ketogenic diet. A lot of people ask us this, if our 4.5-year-old does a ketogenic diet. Of course, we don't have her on a strict ketogenic diet. We give her a high-fat diet. We promote healthy fats. We keep around healthy fats in the household. And we do not refrain from giving her those healthy fats, but we give her plenty of carbs too. But we have all seen marked improvements in our cognition, in our emotional state, and just in our well-being in general from being on a high-fat, low-carbohydrate ketogenic diet where ketones are the primary fuel source. I have seen people come out of depressions, very deep depressions, come out of states of high anxiety and tension, and be able to effectively leverage the anti-inflammatory effects on the brain, the the increase in GABA, which is a neuroprotective neurotransmitter. And I have seen people make marked improvement in their mental health, in their emotional health, in their productivity through using dietary changes. Who would have thought that diet effects, that our fuel source, the foods we put in us, can affect our health, our cognition, and how we feel and act throughout the day? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not surprising to me. So for those who might say, oh, well, the kids are just not having seizures, so they're more productive. Even if that's the case, that's freaking amazing. But it does not seem to be the case because everybody can benefit from the neuroprotective effects of a high-fat ketogenic diet. Everybody can benefit from the cognitive effects of ketosis, the beneficial effects on cognition that ketosis brings. It's not just about living longer. It's about improving the quality of life, right? Who cares if you live to be 100 years old, you're miserable, inflamed, and no one wants to be around you, and you're useless to everybody around you, including yourself? Who cares if you live to be 100? It's about living a productive, happy, fulfilling life where you're spreading joy, where you're able to spread that infectious energy of appreciation, of gratitude, of love, of exaltation, of joy. To be able to spread that infectiously is amazing. And if you can, using a dietary change, and for some people, it's not that big of a change. A lot of people know that a lot of people already prefer high-fat foods. A lot of people don't even have a preference for sweets and sugar. But these simple dietary changes can make massive improvements on your life. Now, here's another thing. Less anxiety and mood problems are reported in children using the ketogenic diet. Now, that's big. And this does not only affect children who have refractory epilepsy. This is something that can affect everybody. The increase in GABA production, which is an inhibitory neurotransmitter that will protect your neurons from the degradation that happens from these excitatory neurotransmitters, like glutamate. GABA actually protects your brain from this. Now, a lot of people use GABA-type supplements. One of the very popular ones is called Phenibut. And this is a form of GABA that's been modified. It was a Russian pharmaceutical that's very popular on the U.S. market right now, used to decrease anxiety and to help people sleep. I don't know what else people use it for, but Phenibut is a very popular form of GABA that people use. And it can actually, this stuff can be dangerous. Some people can have withdrawals. I don't know how addictive it is, but it seems like there are negative aspects to taking this synthetic form of GABA, potential addiction. Now, people take this. Instead of taking this potentially addictive drug that we don't know the long-term effects of, that haven't really been studied within our country. Now, this was a Soviet drug, and I'm sure I'm sure it's relatively safe. Never heard of anybody dying, but some people do get withdrawals when they stop it. Now, if you can leverage dietary changes, simple dietary changes, I know some people might think a ketogenic diet is very extreme. I've got lots of videos about what we eat, how we implement a ketogenic diet, lots of articles as well. It's not extreme. It's actually very, very simple, very delicious, and can be incredibly nutrient dense if you're eating a well-formulated and well-rounded ketogenic diet, including lots a variety in vegetables, including high levels of DHA, of anti-inflammatory fatty acids, if you can leverage that diet and be able to increase the production of GABA, which will make you more calm, which will soothe you, which will make you less excitable, less stressed out. If you can do that without taking a drug, I don't even know where I'm going with this sentence. Why not? Go for it. All right, so here's another thing that this study noted was there is an improvement of activation in cognitive function during the ketogenic diet. An activated mood and cognitive activation are observed during the ketogenic diet, and the ketogenic diet has no negative impact on behavior and cognition in childhood. So this is a pretty interesting study. They used, let's see how many individuals they used. Total of 50 patients, 28 from the ketogenic diet group and 22 from the other group, the control group. Now, not only does a ketogenic diet decrease inflammation, make you more prone to a feeling of satiety, lower hunger, lower blood sugar, lower serum insulin levels over the long run, but it also improves cognition, behavior, and mood in these kids who have refractory epilepsy. Now, this does not just apply to kids. The ketogenic diet, lifestyle changes that would reduce inflammation, that will reduce oxidative stress, that will reduce the damage done from glycolysis, and then other lifestyle interventions as well, like things like spiritual practice, prayer and meditation. Meditation has also been shown to decrease the stress response. Cold therapy. A lot of people are in cryotherapy nowadays, but cold therapy can also be used to effectively decrease inflammation in the body and improve biomarkers. These lifestyle interventions are very, very powerful tools. It goes beyond just weight loss. When you do something like a ketogenic diet, it actually is a powerful tool for shifting your consciousness, for shifting the way that you relate to food, for shifting the way you relate to the genesis of energy in your body. And this can be very, very powerful. So for me, I don't do a ketogenic diet because I think it'll make me ripped. That is a benefit that I enjoy. I enjoy being able to stay at a low level of body fat to maintain lean muscle mass, and if I desire to gain lean muscle mass, which I do not desire lately, and I've actually been dialing back on the heavy lifting, completely changed the way that I train my body and move my body. But not only can you increase your lean muscle mass, increase your health, decrease your inflammation in your body, improve your blood sugar and your blood lipids and your hormones, not only can you do that, but you can change the way that you perceive reality. You can wipe off some of the fog from that lens and experience life a little bit more deeply, more purely, and not from... You can greatly decrease the anxiety, the stress, and the inflammation that comes with that stress and anxiety through using these dietary interventions. Now, it's not a magic bullet, of course. It takes a well-rounded, well-formulated ketogenic diet to be able to do it long-term, to be able to enjoy it long-term, and to reap the benefits of it long-term. Bacon and eggs all day ain't going to do it. We got to take a dynamic approach. So, what I'm getting at here is keto, the benefits of keto go far beyond just losing body fat. There are ways to improve your life, your cognition, your mood that are practical, simple, can be implemented by anybody who truly has the desire to change. So if you're looking to reduce anxiety and stress in your life, perhaps changing your diet, changing your lifestyle, the way that you relate to food, the way you relate to energy, perhaps that can really, really help you out in all aspects of life, not just body composition. Anyways, you can find more stuff at www.primaledgehealth.com. Jessica and Ariana are down in the garden. Jessica on a scale of kind of pregnant to so pregnant is so pregnant right now. She's this baby could come any day, which is really exciting. Can you see me this way? So maybe the next video I make, there'll be another baby here. We're very excited, and the cookbook is finally done too. Now there will be some announcements coming up. We're finishing touches, getting the editing all done and getting the cover finished and figuring out the payment gateway and stuff. But the Ketogenic Edge cookbook is coming soon, very soon. So yeah, we actually, also we got more maca on the website. We don't have more, but we still have the 1 kilo bags of maca, so get it while you can. Thanks to everybody who's been supporting our channel, buying the maca, enjoying this Andean adaptogen, one of my favorite adaptogens, one of my favorite herbs for decreasing stress. Well, not decreasing stress, but for improving the body's natural reaction to stress, and for balancing hormones, and for just feeling a little bit more awesome each day. We feel really blessed to be able to share this one with you guys. So thanks to everybody who's been buying the maca. A lot of people have bought like 1 bag and then they tasted it and they realized, oh wow, this is real maca. This is what real maca is like. And then they came back and bought like 3 or 4 bags. So thanks to everybody who's been repeat purchasing and enjoying the maca. I don't know how much longer we're going to have this product for, but it's been really cool being able to share it with you guys straight from the Andes to you and into your body. But yeah, you can find more at www.primaledgehealth.com. If you want to learn about maca, you can check out the maca ebook, Maca, the Andean Adaptogen. I'll put a link down below. And yeah, you can find more at www.primaledgehealth.com. If you want coaching, you can hit us up at the coaching section. And there's lots of podcasts and all kinds of good content on there. So check out the website, and plenty more to come. See you guys next time. Have a good one.